The sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning.
In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get tribe! Hunger no get religion!
VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Hello there, good evening and welcome to Political Lens. I am Chukwu Okoro and this is Voice of the People Television. Well, on the show today, Tinubu just out to Europe, UAE, amid US intervention in Nigeria. Investment potential, Nigeria not at war. Now, this is coming from the Minister of Finance, Wala Edu, and federal government writes off 8 trillion naira NNPCL debt. Well, we've been joined in the studio here by Barrister Darlington Agomo to help us make sense of these topics. Good evening, Barrister Darlington, and thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Koro.
Good to have you, sir.
You're welcome.
By the way, in case you don't know, we are broadcasting on Metro SLTV, channel 264, on YouTube and other social media platforms. You are at VOP TV Live. You can also be a part of this conversation by calling in or sending WhatsApp messages to the number showing on your screen. It's supposed to be an interactive conversation. Call in, let's hear what you think about the topic in discussion. And well, President Bola Tinubu has departed Lagos for Europe as part of his end-of-year break and ahead of an official visit to Abu Dhabi, that's the United Arab Emirates. Well, he will attend the 2026 Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week Summit in early January. The summit focuses on sustainable development, innovation, finance, and global cooperation, after which the president is expected to return to Nigeria. The trip has drawn criticism, particularly from African Democratic Congress, ADC, which described the president's departure as insensitive. The party argued that Tinubu should have addressed the nation following a deadly bomb blast in Zamfara State and amid heightened security concerns linked to recent U.S.-Nigeria counter-terrorism operations. But meanwhile, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, condemned the Zamfara bomb explosion that killed 7 people, calling it a cowardly terrorist act. He reaffirmed the National Assembly's commitment to supporting security measures and legislative efforts to combat terrorism, banditry, and other threats to national security. Well, the Christmas gift to terrorists took place on December 25th, and on December 28th, the president jumped into an airplane and jetted off to Europe without telling Nigerians what hit the country 3 days earlier. Barrister Darlington, what's your reaction?
My reaction is that it showed that Tinubu is a visiting president to Nigeria, because most time when we are in crisis, this man just out of the country. I'm telling you, he is a visiting president. In fact, Tinubu have outsourced his responsibility to Donald Trump. That is the implication of what we are seeing now. How do you rationalize this type of behavior? A foreign power is sending bomb into your country. Are you not supposed to be on ground to monitor situation? As the commander-in-chief, it is that period that you remember to go on holidays. Can you just imagine? How can you explain this, for God's sake? How? And you know Donald Trump said that he's coming back. That means the bombing have not stopped. So what if there is another bomb now from Donald Trump in the absence of Tinubu? Please, how do you explain this, for God's sake? A president is out of the country while a foreign power is bombing his country. Is there any explanation to this? Anybody who thinks that he has extra wisdom, come and tell me the meaning of this. If not that Tinubu, it is either an act of cowardice or the man is tired of ruling this country. There is no other explanation. Tinubu is tired of ruling this country. Because for something like this to happen and this man is absent from the country, is a very big shame, an embarrassment of, in fact, to say the least, it is disappointing. There is no other explanation. Remember when Osama bin Laden was taken down somewhere in Pakistan? Barack Obama was in the situation room watching the whole scenario. He was in the situation room throughout to see to the end of that matter. Now, somebody you claim to be collaborating with, is coming to your country with a bomb, and you now decided to leave the country completely.
But Barrister, we were told that this is his end of year vacation, which is not entitled.
There is no explanation, please. There is no. What are you? If it didn't happen immediately, what will happen? No, hold on. End of year what? End of year what?
Vacation, yes.
There is no. This is just an excuse. An excuse. Tinubu cleverly avoided being mentioned in this matter. I have told you that the federal government of Nigeria is complicit in this terrorism. He doesn't want the terrorists to accuse him of attacking them. That's why he cleverly avoided.
But the Nigerian government has put up a statement saying that, look, they acted in collaboration with the United States of America.
Leave Nigerian government.
So who represents the Nigerian government?
Listen,
is it not the president himself?
Is it not but Donald Trump that is sending the bomb? Donald Trump is the commander-in-chief in his own country. He was one that ordered it. He was president. He ordered it. The precise time he ordered it, he was there. That's why he told those rascals that he wished them happy.
Barrister, Donald Trump is he acting at the personal level as Donald Trump or as the president of the United States of America?
Yes, he's the commander-in-chief of his country.
Exactly my point. Now, the federal government has issued a release, a statement saying, look, we even provided intelligence for all of this.
So it's a lie.
How will the president try to shield himself or absolve himself from responsibility?
Listen very well. I cannot be deceived again. Ab initio, the federal government of Nigeria have been shading and pampering the terrorists, true or false. If they had acted, will Donald Trump come in? Answer me. If this federal government have done what they needed to do, what they swore to do to protect life and property, please, will a Donald Trump come in into the matter?
That is not in dispute. What is in dispute is the fact, the statement that you made that, look, the president could simply be avoiding, running away, and so that the terrorists will not blame him.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you that the federal government has issued a statement saying, look, we are collaborating with the United States. We even provided intelligence before the strike. Now, I should ask you, who is the federal government? Is it not Tinubu that represents Nigeria?
Listen very well. Anybody can issue a statement on behalf of anybody.
But Barrister, don't tell me that. Anybody cannot issue.
I said,
now, the person issues, buy your issues for who? Who does buy a work
for? Hold on. Let me tell you, Mr. Okoro.
Okay.
In a matter like this, you don't understand what is going on. Is it true or false that this federal government have been pampering?
I don't want us to get into this argument. When Donald Trump said, Pig Hegseth, war secretary, prepare for war, was he talking to the Joint Chief of Staff? He was talking to the Secretary of Defense.
Hold on. We have been hearing Donald Trump talking on this matter. Have you heard your president?
Exactly the point.
Have you heard him talk?
That's a different question.
Have you heard him talk? And I asked this happened,
I asked you, is it proper that we have a president who, in the midst of all of this, has not spoken to Nigeria, and he jumps into an aircraft?
So when you know this, why are you trying to?
You act as if that the president or that Bayo Nonoga, that Yusuf Tuga, they are acting on behalf of themselves. No, they are acting on behalf of the federal government.
Why have you not heard it from your president? That's the
question I'm asking you.
I'm telling you now that he's trying to avoid being accused by the terrorists.
Okay, but he orders people to speak for him.
Who ordered who?
The president orders people to speak for him.
He should be speaking for himself. He's the president.
He should be speaking for us to know that it is from the president.
Just like Donald Trump is speaking. Yes. You have heard all the statements from Donald Trump directly.
But we have also heard from Pig Hegseth.
You have your president spoken on this matter?
Barrister, that is the question. That is the conversation. I would like for you to help us make sense of it.
I'm trying to make sense out of it. I'm trying to tell you what happened. From the beginning, we have been saying that there is a collaboration between the federal government and the terrorists. Nobody wants to pay attention to that.
Okay.
From the body language, from the actions of this federal government, is it not obvious? Have you seen or have you heard when Tinubu made a direct and confrontational statement.
No, I like the word you used, direct, because Barrister, I wouldn't want us to misinform the public to say that somebody like Bayo Ononuga is acting on behalf of himself.
Oh God,
that is not acting on behalf of the
leave Bayo Ononuga alone, please. I don't want to. I said direct. I'm talking of Tinubu.
And I said I like the word you used, direct.
Why are you going back to it now? We are talking of a serious matter here. Okay. Where is your president in all this matter? Where is he?
No, that's the question.
Is it the best time for him to leave the country?
Okay.
From the beginning, has he ever heard or seen him talking tough to these terrorists? Please tell me one particular time the president of Nigeria has been talking tough like Donald Trump against the terrorists. Mention. Mention. Tell me now. Is he not want to be at the forefront of this thing? He should be the one at the forefront.
No, well, Barrister, this is not a debate, but I also heard the president say during his Christmas Day message that look that he's going to protect people of all religions.
But please, I don't want that statement. That statement is neither here. What are you talking about?
Okay, so you don't believe what the president
let him first protect his wife. Okay. You were here when they threatened his own wife. He didn't talk. He did not even ask the man, come and tell me, why did you talk to my wife like that?
But now, Barrister, Barrister, does it bother you that the president has traveled and we are told that he's going to Europe and we don't know his destination?
That is what we are talking about here.
We don't know the country he's going to and all of that.
That's what we are talking about here.
Okay.
He cleverly avoided being implicated. Maybe with the romance with the North, he doesn't want to offend them. He doesn't want them to say, so you sent America to come and bomb our boys, Abi, just like Gumi have been saying. If not, there is no explanation under this sun, under the earth, that somebody will leave the country when something like that happens.
In this, since he's trying to avoid being implicated, and according to you, he doesn't want the North to say, oh, you went and brought Donald Trump to bomb us.
Yes.
So if the North comes together now and say, oh, somebody went and brought Donald Trump to bomb us, who would they hold responsible?
Why would they say so? They will be accusing everybody that America came on their own.
Okay, America came on their own.
They came
violating Nigeria's sovereignty.
The terrorists that came in here, did they violate your sovereignty?
Okay.
The terrorists that these people went to bring, did they violate your
sovereignty? By implication, what you're saying is that the president has simply, abdicated responsibility.
Of course. That is the simple.
So that the North will not say you went and brought Donald Trump.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Unless somebody come and contradict me. That means if the bomb now mistakenly go astray and then maybe drop in Aso Rock or elsewhere, they will call it collateral damage, Abi. Or the bomb now went and dropped in the wrong place. How will you explain it when you are not in the country? Is it not what you are told that you will go to?
If we see the president, according to you, trying to abdicate responsibility, avoiding responsibility. Now, do you think that this effort by the United States might eventually lead to regime change? Regime change in the sense of, not in the sense of using the guns, but probably to incite internal dissent.
Nothing will happen because the people are in charge. He left people in control. He's not even bothered about all those things.
Oh, he left people in control?
Yes, he left his people in control so that all those things you are thinking will not happen. Okay. But what is happening here is that what do I say? They want to allow America so that they will not say America will not have the impression that they are blocking them from taking action. That's what I'm seeing here.
So apparently the man is still in charge if he left his people in control.
No. Being in charge is different from having your people in charge. There are things his people cannot do. There are things. In fact, Donald Trump cannot even talk to anybody here except him if he wants to talk to anybody. Okay. But right now, the man is acting on his own. Donald Trump is acting on his own. That's why he said he's coming back. Okay. Didn't you hear him? He said this is the first phase that he's coming back again. That means Donald Trump will bomb these people again without the president in the country. Who does that?
You recall that a barrister sometime early this year, our president went to France and we had an official of the American government go to France to discuss official
yes.
So if Trump wants to reach him now, he will simply go to Europe to reach him.
So while he was there, the man left France and went to Egypt. Look, this visit, what is he bringing to us in the first place? At least whenever you are visiting or you are going to bring, what has he brought to us, Mr. Sokoto? Over 40 visits into going to 3 years now, 40 international travels. Look at the amount of money that we have spent. What did he bring to us? Where are the investors? Mr. Sokoto, where are the investors that they told us that they are coming? It's just a jamboree.
Okay, but Barrister, I would like for us to hold on that because that's our second topic of discussion. We'll talk about the environment climate in the midst of this insecurity. Now, some people have also argued, that it is immaterial whether the president is at home or not because he has an avalanche of aides. The vice president is there, the chief of defense staff is there, personal assistants are there, the senate president that they don't have to, that the president, doesn't have to. Now, Barrister, does it look like in the absence of the president that the country can run? By the way, we've always had an absent president, and Nigeria has been, like Atiku Abubakar said, on autopilot because your president is not always available. So do you agree or disagree with those people?
I disagree with them. When people are talking like this, they want to excuse the bad behavior. You are a presidential government. Is that not true?
Okay.
Good. All the powers are residing in you. You don't give it out to anybody except those that the Constitution allow. Right now, you are the commander-in-chief. In a matter like this, you should be on ground. Forget about all this thing they are saying, this and that. When he sues them, they will find a way to excuse it. When things now go sour, they will look for somebody to blame, either the opposition. This particular thing that happened now is uncalled for. Tinubu should have waited and see to the end of this matter. That's what, if he's not trying to avoid anything, if he's not trying to avoid anything, because that is what he looks like. First, he left Abuja for Eyo. In the midst of 30 December that Sokoto organized for the people of Lagos. Then the Eyo Festival suppressed the event. From there, he now left for Europe. Without making a statement concerning what happened. Can you just imagine? How do you explain it? When a serious matter like this, it is the president that's supposed to speak on it. To tell you that, yes, he's on the know, he knows what happened, he's aware. You don't know what happens here. But right now, everybody is talking right, left, and center. At the end of the day, whom are you going to believe? Because when the chiefs are down now, they will tell you that the man that spoke
was not authorized.
He spoke on his own. He spoke on it. They will not ask you, did you hear from the president?
Okay, so this silence is more like a decoy.
It is a decoy, complete decoy, deliberate. For him to leave this country at this hour,
I like the fact that you talked about the 30 December organized by Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and it brings me, it brought to me what I saw. Anytime the president is traveling, you always see Sanwo-Olu, you always see a governor, Hope Uzodinma, either whether he's in Abuja or in Lagos, he's always around the president, waving goodbye and all of that. And a couple of other governors. What has governors reduced to in this country, where we have a sitting governor at the snap of a finger, he's at the airport to wave goodbye to the president and all of that. Meanwhile, these are the people that are supposed to tell the president, look, Mr. President, we are in dire situation here. You need to step back and take care of Nigeria. But you see these people smile at him, wave at him, and when he's coming back, they will converge at the airport, they will congregate at the airport to still welcome him. What's the value of governance as far as they're concerned in all of this?
It is sacrificing. Errand boy situation, master-servant relationship. These are constituent states being headed by governors right now. These governors are now serving the president, not their state. That's just the simple explanation, nothing else. The president have a retinue of aides and ministers who should see him off at the airport. Is that not true? What is the role of the governors in this matter? To show allegiance, abi? To show that you are subservient, abi? To show that you worship him, abi? Is that what democracy and the presidential democracy is all about? Please tell me. Is that what it means? Tomorrow now, somebody will try to explain it to me that it shows that the president is in charge. They don't have to be in charge. This is not how to be in charge. You have reduced this governor to your servants. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Your ministers, are they not supposed to be doing this thing that they are doing? Your ministers. They are the direct people you appointed. These governors were elected by their own people. Now they left their states and the people they suppose, and they are now in Abuja to worship you, to say, what kind of thing is that?
Marcel, let's start comparing notes, you know, because I'm trying to recall the number of times. Anytime Donald Trump jumps into Air Force One, I wonder the number of people that surround him
Have you seen
to say goodbye, or if he's leaving Camp David, or if he's going to Andrews Air Force Base and all of that. He just stands on the aircraft and waves and
no, let them come and explain this to me. Those who know how to defend the president, let them come and explain this aberration. Let them come and explain it to me.
But is it an African thing, you know? Is it an African thing that we like?
No, it's
the
not
humanity of Africa. You know, the Ubuntu. You are because I am because of what you are, and you are because of what I am.
It's not an African thing. This is what happens when you put a square peg in a round hole. Some people are just in government by stroke of luck. They are not. They don't know what is governance. They don't. They are just there by stroke of luck or by appointment. Just somebody just look at it and say, okay, this one, yeah, you'll be a good boy. Yeah, go and occupy this place. That is what happened. Look at some governors who know their onions, who have respect for themselves. Will they do that? Please, can they ever do that? I want to mention some governors who will never try this, but I will not. Okay. They know themselves. They will never try this sycophancy, even though they are in APC.
Barrister, you think that they are governors that if the president calls on them to come and
call him for
because
what?
at times he travels with some of these governors.
The governor will tell him I'm busy, and what will happen? Yes, the governor will tell him I know a governor who will tell I am busy, and that's it. APC governor.
But Barrister, let's still compare notes. You know, there are countries in full war situations. You know, our own is that look, we are battling insecurity. Everybody understands. Nigeria is not in a full-blown war. But look at a country like Ukraine. You know, that has been at war for the past 3 years or so. But we also see Zelensky travel to the United States. He travels to Europe. You know, to hold court with other world leaders to see how they can help themselves. You recall that even Benjamin Netanyahu, in the midst of the Israel-Hamas crisis in Gaza, also traveled to the United States of America. Now, if we are in this situation, our president jumps into an airplane and goes to Europe to seek for help, should it bother us?
Hey, Mr. Okoro.
Barrister, we are trying to compare notes.
Mr. Okoro, please. Did the president tell you that he went to Europe to go and seek for help? He said he's going on vacation. You just told me here an end of year vacation.
Walking vacation. The president is always on a walking vacation.
No, it's always. This one, he told you he's going for vacation. Leave this. You are trying to input what is unputable. When did he say he's on walking?
I don't work for the president.
Why are you trying to?
This is a release
you are looking for a way to give him a soft landing. It's not
soft landing? I'm just asking you. I'm saying comparing notes.
Did you tell him, this note you are comparing, this note you are comparing does not exist. So
okay,
there is no time. As a matter of fact, we are not at war. It is America that came to help us.
Okay.
The federal government of Nigeria.
But we are in a desperate situation.
The federal government of Nigeria have not accepted that there is even any war. The man who went on holiday in the midst of this crisis. That is my concern. That should be the concern of any patriotic Nigerian.
Okay, so you don't think that he went to Europe to look for assistance?
Assistance to do what? The one America is doing, has they finished?
Added assistance. Okay. We don't need it at this moment.
Look, America is not tired though.
Okay.
As to say they need help.
Now, Donald Trump says this is just the beginning. Do you think he will come again?
Why not? Has the matter ended? Has it ended? That's my question. Has it ended?
I can't recall discussing this heat with you. Now, before Trump came, did you expect that it was going to happen? Because a lot of people had wished it away. Oh, well, it's just sound bites and all of. I'm just asking you. Did you expect that?
I know it will happen. Were you not here when I was telling that if you did not come, then you lose respect? I said it on this platform here.
Okay.
I said I know that you must come. I know. When the Congress have approved. Didn't you hear when they approve of it? So they cannot approve of something and Donald Trump will refuse to implement it. Meanwhile, this is something that is very dear to him. I know that he is coming. And the Nigerian government started sending emissaries, started holding meeting just to just to slow him down, just to water it down. And I was complaining here.
Don't you think it was part of the collaboration?
I was even telling you that maybe these people, they have hypnotized America. That's why this thing is becoming very cold and very slow. I said it here. Meanwhile, Donald Trump got angry. They moved his ambassador here for no justifiable reason. He didn't tell us. And you are telling me he will not come. He was preparing.
No, I didn't say he will not come. I just asked a question.
But I told you I knew he will come.
Okay.
He's Donald Trump.
And you know you think he will come again.
As long as the matter is not over, he will come again.
But do you expect it to turn into a long-drawn war? You know,
with who and who?
Between United States. Look at days after the Sokoto strike. You know, look at a bomb went off in Zamfara.
Look,
and look at what happened the other day.
It is not left. Oh, Mr. Okoro, listen. They said heaven help those who help themselves.
Okay.
With what has happened now, it should be a booster for the Nigerian government and their military to move in. Rather, they were a bomb attack. Are you not supposed to be on ground to mop up all these guys as they are coming out of their holes?
No, but we understand that Nigerian soldiers have cordoned that place.
Cordon waiting.
You know, to check
after these guys have escaped and entered into different villages and all that. Or you didn't hear that story, Abi? Cordon waiting. What did they cordon? Cordon where and where? Cordon there is a bomb blast in Zamfara. Look, the government of Nigeria is not serious about this matter. This operation, they are not serious. I keep saying it. Tojubelo is still there, true or false?
No, but we had information that he was caught in the web, you know, that he was caught in the strike.
I said, is he still there or not?
I don't know.
So what are you telling me?
Why is
he holding court?
I'm telling you what I heard. Have you heard from him since?
Well, leave that thing. Let them show me. Let them show me the Tojubelo. Let them show me. Then these guys that are in Plateau and Benue villages. What about them?
Okay.
Those ones with their sacred cow.
Now, is it the responsibility of America to take them out, or that of the federal government? Because if they get into that fight,
the federal government,
there might be, because I understand too. We have residents of Sokoto State of that area say, look, scores of terrorists were killed, but no innocent life was lost. Now, if they go to Benue Plateau, where the terrorists have displaced natives and all of that, and do that, don't you think that there might be some form of collateral damage?
There won't be.
So do you expect United States to do that, or the Nigerian government, the Nigerian military?
Mr. Okoro, in that of Benue and Plateau village where these people are, in fact, they are a sitting duck. They are a sitting duck because that village now is occupied by terrorists. The real indigenous and IDP camp. Those guys are a sitting duck. It is very easy to take them out.
Okay, so those villages have completely been taken over by.
Of course. The man what do you call it? You have what he said that he went to the IDP camp and he saw.
No, Riley Moore. You're talking about Riley Moore.
Sorry, you know that he saw 600,000 of them. Is that not the report you get to the doctor?
The question I asked directly, is the Benue Plateau case. Now, do you expect America to intervene directly, or since they have made the place convenient for the Nigerian government, Nigerian military to move in and now flush out those people? Which one will it be for you? Now, this is an opportunity for the Nigerian government to tell American Donald Trump that look, this is where they are concentrated in this village now. They have sacked the villagers. And they are here. Help us remove them. That is what I expect the federal government. Wouldn't that be an admission on the part of the federal government that look, these people have overpowered us. We can't even do anything. Oh my! Do you need anybody to tell you before? I told you here that from all indication, the federal government is not willing to give up these terrorists. There is a covenant between them. That is why they have pampered them to the extent that America has to come. If there's a covenant between them, so how would they turn around and tell America, oh, please come and help us remove these people? I said, you don't need to say it in the open. Now, like this one, they bomb now. It's something you do secretly. America, the man that came here have seen where these people are. He has seen the IDP camp. So it doesn't require you to come and start talking, or you are not. No, you don't. This thing you don't need to do it in the open.
Because you have proved that you are not capable. Okay. You have proved it.
All right. And now, Barrister, House Speaker Tajudeen Abbas has condemned the Zamfara bomb that killed 7 people and called it cowardly. But it has, and by that, he has placed the National Assembly commitment supporting the war on terror. Now, my question is, how much of that support have you seen? Since
leave that thing. They are talking to themselves. Leave that thing. This is the National Assembly that told us that there is a missing 210 trillion naira we are looking for in MP. Up to today, mention one probe that came to light.
As a matter of fact, whatever is going on in FPCL is our top topic of discussion.
Oh, really?
So you think that Abbas has not done enough?
They can't do. They just talk. They himself and Ababio. They can't do anything. Mr. Sokoto don't rely on this National Assembly. So they are there to see.
They are the people's representatives. So who should we rely on? We cannot rely on the executive. We cannot rely on the legislature. We cannot rely on the judiciary. So where are we?
They are representing Tinubu, the president of Nigeria. It is on his mandate that they are singing. That's why every time you see them, they will be saying, on your mandate, on your mandate. Is that not the only thing they do there?
Now, does that translate to state capture?
This is not just state capture. It's soul capture. You know, when your soul is captured, you are finished. Nigeria's soul has been captured. In fact, we have been hypnotized. That is why most people don't even know what is. They don't know when the day has broken. Most Nigerians have been hypnotized. They don't know their left or their right. They just wake up in the morning, yawn, brush their teeth, and begin to roam about. When the night to come, they will bath, eat, and sleep. In the morning, they wake up. You know, that is where we are now, like a zombie territory.
But Barrister, you've created a very scary picture. Now, let's move on. Nigeria's Finance Minister Wale Edu reassured investors and international partners that Nigeria is not at war, despite recent U.S. strikes on terrorist camps in Sokoto. Well, he emphasized that the joint operation, between Nigeria and the U.S. was targeted, intelligence-led, and aimed solely at combating terrorism, stressing that security actions support economic stability. He highlighted strong macroeconomic indicators, including steady GDP growth, declining inflation, stable markets, and recent credit rating upgrades. Well, Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak urged stronger collaboration among security agencies while expressing solidarity with Nigerian troops fighting terrorism. Meanwhile, Speaker House of Representatives Tajudeen Abbas condemned the deadly IED attack in Zamfara, describing it as cowardly and reaffirming legislative support and all of that. Critics and analysts offered mixed reactions to the U.S.-led strike. Well, Benga Olawepo Hashim said the intervention exposed failures in Nigeria's security architecture, while the U.S.-based CSIS warned that isolated airstrikes would not end terrorism without sustained efforts. The Youth Party welcomed U.S. support against ISIS, but cautioned against framing terrorism along religious lines, urging unity, sovereignty, and protection of civilians. Barrister, if you were an investor, will you jump into Nigeria?
I will not.
In the midst of this crisis,
I will not. I will not. In fact,
why will you not?
Are you the only country?
Why?
Are you the only country in the world where I can invest? Tell me, are you the only country? I won't even try it. For what? Look at the environment.
Opportunities.
For what? Are you the only country that are opportunities?
Barrister, the kind of opportunities you have, other countries, do they have?
It's a pure lie.
You have population,
it's a pure lie. Are you richer than
other? You have a very active, youthful demography.
True talk. You are the only one that have you useful.
Urban, very well educated.
I said, leave those things. Those are just rhetorics. At the end of the day, it amounts to nothing. The business atmosphere in Nigeria is too toxic for any investment. Why do you think 7.2 businesses close? 7.2 million businesses close shop?
Barrister, where did you get that figure from?
You have started again. You discussed this thing on this platform, for God's sake. Why are you asking me that question?
I'm asking because I've been trying to find out the 7.2 million.
You discuss it here. You discuss it here now.
No,
when NBC, I be this LCCI or I be Lagos Chamber of Commerce and when they release those figures, we discuss it here, and you are still asking me now as if I'm talking something strange.
No, Barrister, I want to know because a lot of people are quarreling with that figure.
Are you serious? Quarreling? When they release, why didn't they quarrel with them? When they release, I was the one that released the figure.
Did they talk about 7,200 businesses?
7.2 million. 7.2 million. That was
located where?
That was what. That was what.
In Lagos or
that was what in the paper. It is all over the country. They collected data on all these things. It includes small businesses, all those small scale businesses that by the roadside, state, local government, and federal. All of them, they added all of them together. That is why they how they came about these figures. They have closed shop, Ms. Sokoto. That is why unemployment rate have risen.
Okay.
So that one too, is it in doubt? Your so-called youthful population, what are they doing? Did they have a purchasing power? Some of them are already due for marriage, both the male and the female among them, but they can't. Is it not because there is no funds, no money? When you see all these data and statistics, you are still asking questions. Who will come here to do what? Where is the light? Even the enabling laws is now shrouded in controversy. With this tax law that is now fraudulent, you will come here to do business, Abi? There are so many things that is against doing business in Nigeria. Meanwhile, these people say they are wooing investors. Come on. If not that Dangote is you have a very strong backbone. He has a reservoir of funds. He would have closed shop since now. He would have closed shop since. At a point, this man was saying, somebody should come and buy my refinery. Is that not true? What does that tell you? At a point, he said somebody should come and buy it so that he can rest. Because of what he was going through.
Did you think you would have sold at that time?
What are you telling me? People have sold things bigger than that and went to go and rest. When Elon Musk bought this social media, whatever, how much was it? People have done it in other countries.
Barrister, I would like for you to take away, let's take away attention from the strike, the air strike. Now, looking at the numbers like the GDP growth, increase in external reserves, problem-driven investment opportunities, will you still not come to Nigeria? Because in business school, they normally teach us that, look, problems need solutions, and those solutions are business opportunities. Will you still not come if you take away the strike?
See, don't compare apple and orange just because they are fruits. There are no situations that are the same. If you don't have the political will, if you don't have a leadership that is intentional, forget this thing you are saying. It can never happen. It can never happen. Country that meant well, I've seen them walk. I've seen them walk from nothing to something, from ground zero to high up there. Is that not true? Because the leadership is intentional. Not a country where you are looking for 210 trillion naira that is missing, Mr. Okoro. That country doesn't want to exist.
No, but I told you that we'll talk about the 210 trillion naira.
Tomorrow now you ask me, when did it happen? Are you sure of what you're saying?
My direct question is this. If you have problems, we don't have water, we don't have electricity, we don't have good roads, we don't even have quality education. Isn't it this problem-driven opportunities, are they not enough to even draw foreign investment into Nigeria?
When the environment is too toxic for you to operate, how can you? I've just told you here. Yes, you go to a country where you have opportunities, and those opportunities you can now operate within the framework.
Is there any country where you go to and set up shop without paying taxes, even if you have moratorium on taxes?
Nobody is saying you cannot. I said the environment. The environment is too toxic. Is it a foreigner that will provide you with water? Is it a foreigner that will provide you with light? Because you are going to set up your own shop.
Yes, how about coming to build power stations, in collaboration with Nigeria?
Did you allow them? Did you allow them?
Why
please?
Not? The opportunities are there.
Did you allow them? That's the question.
Have they come?
You remember when Aaron came here?
Okay.
Aaron, what happened to them? What happened to them, Mr. Okoro? And that's why I'm telling you that the laws governing this thing you are saying is not there. And the government always renege on their work, on their promises. That is why investors are not coming. Government.
When you say that investors are not coming, we were told that In 2024, by November last year, the federal government told us through NBS that they had raked in $30 billion in excess of, foreign direct investment. You don't believe them?
What do you expect? Have you ever seen any man who said the mother soup is not sweet? The thing is that where are they? Show us. Show us, because we have known this government to be a liar. And they can't deny that. The facts are there. Tomorrow now you ask me, when did they lie? Tell me one situation where they lied. Is this government not telling you lies from beginning till now? Are they not lying? You don't need to tell me, let me see it. You can only tell a blind man that there is no oil in the soup. You can't tell the same man that there is no salt in that soup because he will taste it. Is that not true? Now,
okay, Barrister, when people speak and caution against framing terrorism along religious lines, are they able to provide accounts where Christians have attacked Muslims unprovoked and killed them? So why do people keep living in denial, trying to say that, look, there is no religious angle to the issues of insecurity and all of that? And
who are the people saying it?
I just read in my intro now.
That's what I'm saying. Who are the people saying it? The people that are saying, where are they from? Which religion do they profess?
It's youth party. They say youth party. It's a youth party. It's a new political party.
From where now? What religion do they profess?
But they are Nigerians.
No, it's not enough to say that. It's not enough. Please tell me. Where is
the state chairman of the youth party in Taraba State is one of our guests here, Honorable Pascal Felix Pulevo. He's a Christian.
That what?
You're asking me people that are members of the youth party, which religion? I'm saying they are mixed, both Christians, Muslims, and
they are saying that there is no genocide.
No, that we should stop framing insecurity along religious lines, that everybody is killed, both Muslims and
this youth, who sponsored them, who brought them up? So when they now go and sponsor some people to come and be talking to you, listen to them, Abi.
Okay.
What I want you to ask you and those people, those youth, whatever, can they show me one particular Christian group that have gone to a Muslim school, a mosque, and kidnapped all the people there and took them into the bush? Show me one, just one example where Christians have done this type of thing. But how many times have these people who profess a Muslim religion, how many times have they done it? Please tell me. From Chibok girl to Dapchi girl to this one that happened in Niger State. We are talking of scores of Christian students. Scores. So why have it not happened in Muslim schools too? Where they went to go and kidnap everybody, 200, 300 of them, and carry them inside the bush. No. Is that not how to compare notes? To say that yes, I am telling you that the Christians are bearing the brunt here. The burden is heavily on the Christian side. Leah Sharibu, our little girl, where is she today? Is it not because of religion that she is now in terrorist den? That girl, look, if it were a Muslim country, that girl is enough to cause a war. Because the other side will say, no, you can't take our girl. You either bring it or go to war. Okay. But because of our nature, we kept quiet.
Okay, all right, Barrister, we are almost out of time.
That thing is an affront.
Let's talk about the 210 trillion naira that you have been mentioning. Now, President Bola Tinubu has approved the cancellation of most legacy debts owed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, to the Federation account, amounting to about $1.42 billion and 5.57 trillion naira. The decision followed a reconciliation by the Stakeholders Alignment Committee and was implemented by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPCR, wiping out roughly 96% of dollar-denominated and 88% of naira-denominated obligations recorded up to December 31, 2024. Despite this write-off, new debts incurred in 2025 remain, with outstanding obligations of about $1.8 million and 1.02 trillion naira after partial recovery. Meanwhile, NUPRC is facing serious revenue shortfalls as collections for November 2025 fell far below targets, contributing to a cumulative revenue gap of about 5.56 trillion naira for the year. The development comes amid renewed disputes over alleged $42.37 billion under remittance by NNPC between 2011 and 2017, which NNPC denies, but audit firm Periscope Consulting insists remains unresolved. FAC has ordered further reconciliation, while experts and the World Bank continue to warn about transparency and revenue leakages in Nigeria's oil sector. Barrister, about 8 trillion naira reaching off for NNPCL. How did this hit you when you got the news?
For a company that is, oh my God, for a country that could not account for 210 trillion naira, Mr. Okoro, are you supposed to give them this type of privilege? Why not ask them to account for that money first? Look at how that money has just gone like that. Nobody talking about it again. Humongous amount of money, Mr. Okoro. And now, upon that, you are still giving them 8 trillion to... How did the money disappear? How did they become debt to Nigeria? What happened? As to say, is it the crude oil? Because that's the only business they do in that NNPCL. So, what happened to the money or the product? As to say, this is why we cannot remit. Is it that there is no more crude or the oil they imported, it fell inside the sea or they could not sell? These are things, explanation that I need to hear. How did that debt come about? How did it come about?
Now, Barrister, the date is as of December 31, 2024, mind you.
How did
and we are told
about?
That fresh debts have also accumulated for 2025.
How did it come about?
And in all of this, no one's career is damaged, nobody is arrested, nobody is prosecuted.
So,
what's up? We still hear that every day the Port Harcourt refineries, Nigerian refineries, still get the allocation of crude oil. Okay. So what do they do with the crude oil?
That's what I'm asking. How did this thing come into debt? Because there must be explanation. If you are owing a bank or you run into a business problem, you will tell the bank, this is what happened, this is what happened. There was fire, this, the goods. You tell them, they will see it, they now begin to say, okay, let us restructure your debt based on what happened. Abi? In this case now, what excuse did the NNPC give to Nigeria as to why they are owing them that kind of money?
Barrister, let me give you the twist in this thing. A committee was set up by the federal government. And the committee, at the instance of NUPRC, and they made this recommendation for the monies to be written off, the debt to be written off. Now, this NUPRC, you recall that about 2 weeks ago, the former CEO, Benga Komolafe, was pushed aside by the president. And we understand that at a point, he operated 23 bank accounts. Now, this same committee, under the watch of NUPRC, is the one making a recommendation for 8 trillion naira to be written off. And our president goes ahead to order, to approve for debt cancellation. What does that tell you?
It tells you that something is untoward here. That is the reason why this man had to resign without anybody asking him. He knew that the probe is coming close home. That was why he resigned. And then his brother, who is the Minister of Petroleum, now approved it because of affinity. Is that not what happened here? The brother knew what happened. That was why they said, okay, instead of probing this, let us write it off. And that's the end of it. True or false?
Barrister, we are out of time. You're concluding
the man that resigned or they asked to go, is there no reason why it happened? He just left like that, Abi? There is a reason. When Farouk left, nobody told Benga. He just on his own. Is that not true? So why did he resign? Mr. Okoro, why did he resign? People that are fighting corruption. Look at corruption staring at you and me in the face. Yet nobody is arresting it. Then they want to go and collect tax again. The one we paid, we have not seen the end. We have not seen where he went to. You want to collect another one from Nigerians. And you are telling me that you have not been hypnotized, Abi?
Barrister, we are out of time.
Our Mumu never do.
Barrister, your concluding thoughts.
My concluding thought is that Tinubu must come back. He must come back and face the problem in Nigeria. Because it is APC that created it. You cannot run away from the problem you created. You cannot. Come and face it. Because when we are telling them, yeah, they didn't listen to us. Do the right thing. Give us governor. They say no. they were doing whatever they like. Now it has boomerang and they are running away from it. No, he must come back. Oh, he must come back and face the problem they created. Because if they have routed these terrorists the same way they pursued that pop of Nnamdi Kanu and ESN, it wouldn't have gotten to this level. But they were pampering them. The facts are there. They were giving Gumi Tinubu, the Gumi, Sheikh Gumi, all the privileges to be talking with these people, going to meet them. You know, when they captured them in Sokoto, they rehabilitated them into the military. They rehabilitated them into our military. And then they will not do more damage, sabotaging the effort of the Nigerian military, giving their people in the bush information about the military. Come on.
Okay. All right then. Now, this is where we have to draw the curtain. We must say a very big thank you to you, Barrister Darlington Agomo, lawyer and political affairs analyst. Now, on behalf of the backroom staff, I am Chukwuma Okoro. Up next is issues with Nnenna Ndemdiuto. On top of the hour of 7 o'clock, do join us again. Bye for now and enjoy the rest of your evening.
VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.